Hey, this is Mike Adams. Old Religion Dystopia. It is uh, December the 9th, 2022. So I'm going to make a short video. Um, yeah, I'm kind of like in a funk. I don't really know what to do with my channel anymore. I really don't know. And after this last interview I did with... Oh God, well, I can't even think of his name worth even mentioning. Doesn't really matter. But it's a lost through the rabbit hole. I'm glad I recorded it, and because he never bothered posted. I finally heard from him. And this was done back in oh gosh, what would that have been? Not the 11th of... It must have been 11th, the 10th of November. And yeah, I'm glad I posted it. One of the things I discovered over the years is that I can't trust anybody on the internet. And I record all my interviews, and I do post them on my YouTube channel, and regardless if anybody cares or that offends you or not, I'm going to do it. And the reason why I do that is because literally 95% of the time it is edited, redacted, or just plain on not posted, because I bring up stuff, the name Jesus for one thing, and apparently in the cryptid community and Bigfoot community in particular, you can't talk about Jesus. So, and Jesus, I've discovered the name and the blood is the only thing that really truly protects people from the spirit realm. So, anyways, there's some dust and some orbs I filmed just in my backyard was it a week ago, something like that. Well, it says here the got the dates, the month wrong there. It should be the 12th. Anyways, ignore the date on it. It should be a 2. I got programmed wrong. So anyways, his excuses, I saw him on TikTok, and he saw me. I think he's, trying to pretend. See, now he could have reached out to me if it bothered him that I had our interview posted on my small channel, in which a whopping 100 people saw it, maybe. You know how views go on YouTube. So for every 10, may only one person actually viewed it all the way through. Okay, that's how it works. So lucky, 10. We'll be real generous and say that, 50 people saw it, right? And I imagine a few of those 50 people, they ended up, subscribing to him. And if you want to, that's fine. I mean, we don't have much in common. Yeah, he's a new ager, and that's all right. This is his point of view. But my point of view, man, there is something in there, isn't there? There's actually something right in here. Everybody take a still shot of that and blow that thing up. I see the cone head and all that. Anyways, you see that the size, maybe just an illusion. I got a feeling it's not though. Anyways, doesn't matter. So I'm still gonna keep it up, keep it posted, and I don't know where to go with all this anymore. So I'm sick of being lied to. I've been lied to so many times. Now, mind you, that happens in life anyways, right? Anybody who's been around the block knows that that's pretty much what happens most of the time anyways. But when it comes to the internet, nobody has any obligations to do right to me. And so I know this, and so I have to protect myself. And but he used the excuse of me recording it for him not ever getting around doing it. By the way, he knew I recorded it. He asked me 3 days later for pictures and images. I sent him some images, and I never heard anything from him. I knew already. The inner man told me this guy ain't going to be recording my show. That's why I first and foremost. Okay, it's 2 reasons. It's all the same, right? Not recording it, not posting it, making excuses because they don't like the fact that I bring up the name Jesus. Well, the problem is the only thing that's going to help you to defend you against all this, the spiritual realm around you is the name of Jesus. And apparently nobody wants to be part of that because I know why. Because what happens is you become a target. So nobody wants that. Anyways, yeah, but man, the way he was making up stuff, was lying. I was just like, do I want to go through this again? The number of people that have said or claimed to interview me in the Bigfoot community who end up lying about it, editing it, or just not even putting it up all together is just outrageous. And so, I mean, there's only one out of all the Bigfoot community or cryptid community that's even showed me any respect, and that's Shawn G from Chasing the Truth. So shout out to Shawn G. And anybody to hear this knows Shawn, because good chance Shawn's not going to be listening to anything that I post. Let him know that I have the utmost respect and love for Shawn. And, although I have recorded a few things that when I've been on his show, and I've done it not just for self-promotion. There's no self-promotion here. I don't get it. I lose. I've lost a lot doing this. Not gaining. And not getting rich. Not getting fame. Not even making a crumb. I guess the only person that's really even gave a crap about the past year has been Robbie Low Down. Robbie, thank you very much, man. I mean, you're a saint. You've helped me out so many times more than you can imagine just to get through another month. And I know that he has he has a tight income himself. He's just like me. I grew up a blue collar worker, and he is working hard. Not a lot of money, man, and he still sends me some money when I know I don't deserve it. So thank you. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, everybody else who supported me in all this, right? And it's sad. It's sad to see what happens, but it is what it is, and that's the reason why I record things and when I'm on. And actually, there's a lot. For most of the time, I don't even record stuff. But if there's something that I value and there's something I want to make sure that it gets across to the few people who are listening to my show, well, it's not even a show at this point. It's a small YouTube channel. It's just been in the oblivion, right? I'm no longer relevant in anything. So, but I find it very disappointing. For instance, if this dude, Josh, that's his name, from Lost Through the Rabbit Hole, really had an issue with me posting it on my YouTube channel, he could have said something. Right? He said, "Okay, if it really bothers you that much, I'll take it down, and then if we wait till you put yours up, that's fine." He never said anything. In fact, he just didn't say anything. He even wished me happy Thanksgiving and never mentioned any issue about me posting it. And he's using it as an excuse because I know what it is. At the end of the day, I know what it really is. It's about Jesus. You can't talk about the name Jesus. You talk about the name Jesus, then everyone and their mother thinks that you're some religious fanatic and that you're out there to try to convert them, or you're trying, get them to become a Christian or something like that. And that's not that's not my intent. It's not my job. So, but I do know from my personal experience that these things called Bigfoot and Dogman and whatever, these orbs know that they do back down. These spirits do back down in the name and blood of Jesus. Whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, that's the way it works. And you don't have to believe it. You don't have to accept it. You know, I think I'm still debating whether I'm going to do an interview with Emmanuel over there in Holland. He was born in New Guinea and in Holland. He's very interesting. I mean, he's ex-Satanist and had a near-death experience. Is what I'm really more interested in. What I want is to talk to him about his near-death experience and what it means for him to go from being an ex-Satanist to now following Jesus. That's why that last recording I did. I'm not going to back down on it because I know that's the answer. I know look, I understand the consequences in believing it, believe me. Honestly. And I understand if you don't believe in it. And there's a lot of rational reasons why not to believe in the name Jesus. Really. I mean, you can think yourself out of it. That's for sure. I did it for most of my life, you know. It wasn't until, you know, the chips were down. It was the end of the tracks for me, and there was nowhere else to go. You know what I mean? Did I finally say, yeah, I better try this name Jesus and believe in it, you know? So, and I'm sorry no, not sorry for keep talking about it because it's my experience. You know, it's just like, would you say that same thing to a Buddhist or to a Muslim or to a Jew? No, you wouldn't. Well, for some reason, the name Jesus, everyone just goes nuts over. Literally. So, anyways, thank you to all the people that support me and follow me. Thank you to Robbie Low Down. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you, Shawn G, for not editing my stuff and letting me share my story. Yeah, Josh, even you know, even though I knew you were going to post my show and you're going to make some stupid excuses. And if you had any problems on your end, they're your end, because I know damn well me recording on my end didn't affect a damn thing on your end. It doesn't affect anybody's. And it affected yours is because, and by the way, he's not going to listen to us, so why am I even talking this way? Thank you to, you know, Sheldon and Susan and Shelly or Shelly, excuse me, and others who've been listening to me. If I missed somebody, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to miss your names. I just want to say thank you to you all. Enjoy the holidays. I hope you have a great holidays and stay close to your family and something good comes out of it. And I don't know, I'll probably post a few things here and there. I really don't know what to do with my channel at this point. You know, do I go back and read the Bible again? Do I go back and talk about Jesus? I'm glad I brought up my experiences this year with the spirit realm and Bigfoot. I'm not ashamed of any of that. I don't care if anybody... Well, I do care if people believe me, but I know I can't control that. And I know that... I mean, the number of people in the Bigfoot community who have all just dismissed me and just poo-hooed me. And and by the way, my experience is like that of the not millions, but probably tens of thousands of other people. Then you realize that there's nowhere to go except to God, and there's no one else to count on except God. And maybe it's unfair at the end of the day that we expect to be able to count on anybody else except God. Maybe that's the issue, huh? In the end of the day, was it last week? I went out there and look at the Christmas lights. I do believe that the Christmas balls, the Christmas tree balls, come from these things. What we called, whether the dust or not, or whether they're the little orbs. I think most of it's dust. I think the ones that, for me, that seem to be most likely are the ones that are an orb, or the ones that are moving in different directions. It wasn't windy that night. Yeah. So, anyways, I think that one could be an orb. Everyone, it's hard. If you could get yourself a decent infrared night camcorder or camera, you can film them actually moving around. I don't have that, so. Anyways, I like stills anyways because you can get some of the more the detail of the subject. I can't convince anybody else that what you're looking at is an orb, but to each their own. You know what I mean? I can't make anybody do anything. So, but I do think that these orbs, I do really, when you think about Christmas trees, right? And everybody putting those Christmas bulbs all around the Christmas tree. Now, some people will say it has something to do with certain animals and their anatomy. Man, maybe it's the case, but I don't think so. I think that these people, for thousands of years, especially in the northern hemisphere or in cold areas where there's winter and snow, on this time of the year, that you'll see a lot more. You can film a lot more of these quote unquote orbs quite easily, and I'm sure that through drugs and etc. and altered states of mind, they were able to see these things a little bit more clearly, right? And these orbs hanging around the trees. So that's something to think about. I figured this out back in 2017, and I'm right. I do it. Get half a decent camera. Go out there, in your yard, your backyard, and even if there's some street lights, you'll still be able to film them as you can see it. And these orbs look like Christmas bulbs on a Christmas tree. It's just kind of cool, I think. Even the dust ones, even if there are dust, you may be, if I were to probably went to a cemetery or something like that, I probably would have got an even better shot. The date's wrong. It should be 12/1. I noticed that. I don't know why I thought I said it right. Anyways, I really have no hard feelings towards anybody except that I just really I shouldn't even. It's really not that big of a deal. The biggest deal for me is where do I go next, and I just have to accept, and just like everyone has to. It's your journey. It's my journey. I can't force my journey on you, and I can't convince you that I am telling the truth, or that I'm legit, or that I'm honest, or that I'm trying to pull something over you or not. I can't do anything except share some images and my thoughts. And that's it. And if you believe it, that's cool. And if you don't, I understand. So, anyways, I'm glad I had the opportunity to once again to share my journey and what happened in 2017 before it was too late. I thought about writing a book or a little short, something in a journal for my son and all this stuff. But I don't know if it's really good to write any of this stuff. Honestly, every time I talk about this stuff or talk too much about it, then things start happening that I don't want to happen. So I don't focus a lot on the supernatural. I really don't. Unless you're talking about Jesus. Then I focus a lot about that. But anyways, thank you to everyone who supported me. And to those that, don't appreciate me or my position or where I stand, or you don't have to lie. Guys like Josh, you don't have to lie. You could have said you knew, because you said it was the day after that I posted it that we did the interview, right? So you could have said something and said, Mike, I don't want this. I want to have first crack at it. Okay. I wouldn't have made a difference anyways. You know why? Because I don't know. I have hardly anybody comes to my channel. Nobody knows I even posted it except for maybe 100 people. 100 people is nothing in compared to 8.5. What we'll say 8 billion people in the world. We're a small group. And anyways, that he's got a small channel too. So he would think that we'd work together until he grew a little bit. And they say, Mike, now I'm at a certain stage, and it's now it matters that you posted it. But at his stage of having as few followers as he did, which, by the way, since then, I'm sure he got a few followers for me posting it. Yeah, it's got it. He looks stoned half the time. He says it's just what he looks, but I've been around stoners all my life, so he's stoned as all. I don't want to slag him and knock him anymore. Hope he does great. So, anyways, I hope you guys all have a happy new year, happy holidays. I might post a few more things, but I don't even know what I want to focus on now. One thing is, I know 100% for sure the spiritual realm is real, and that most of what people are saying on the internet is not, in their interpretation, understanding of it is not. And the only way anyone's going to find out the truth is if you do it yourself. So, good luck in your own journey. Good luck in your own research. Thank you once again to Shawn G and all those that support me. And I'll forever be indebted to Shawn G, whether he likes me or not, whether he appreciates me or not. I appreciate him. And because he's the only one that hasn't, in all the years of doing this, who didn't try to shut me up, censor me, cut, edit half or more what I've said. If you don't like the way I talk, if you don't like who I am, don't interview me. If you don't like what you're hearing, well, guess what? It's still in the digital age, on the internet. You have a right to record me, and therefore I have a right to record you. And I have a right to post it on my very small, very, very, very small YouTube channel. And once again, the reason for it is protect myself and to make sure that my side of the story is really heard. Because I know that my story will not be heard on others. Except for Shawn's. That's about it that I can think of. Anyways, everyone take care.
You're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe your mind.
Seasons don't change. won't break.